Good morning, everybody. So, our curbside library is on bump this morning. As you can see, we got the body wash in here. The men's is in the back. I ordered some bookends with a cash donation that was sent. So now our books are sitting up. See this nice little surprise I put in there? Brand new security camera. Nice little surprise for somebody that finds the pantry, comes to the pantry today. Hopefully it ends up with someone who needs it. We've got all of our packets here in the back. Because it was recently donated. I know that Patrick sent these. Thank you, Patrick. I also have some of your lovely corned beef hash inside there. Southerners love this. They love that. We got some of the complete meals in there, a few of those. Got some instant macaroni. We got the baby. I thought this would go faster, but it's not. And then I looked at just because I just saw baby food and put it in there. And I see that it is chicken and gravy. So I don't know. Maybe the littles don't really like that one. But I noticed that someone bought some fruit ones in the little bags. So maybe those will go better. But maybe just a mama bear ain't found them yet. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes something will sit for a minute, and then the next thing you know, it's off the shelves. You got a can of the corned beef here. I believe that was also Patrick. We got some fruit cocktail down there. We got some of the cereals down there. I put that pumpkin coffee in there because I got to buy one, get one free sale. We got some beans in the bag. We got some of the toothpaste. We got some Jiffy. We got some chips in the bag. You can't put too many of those out there because you'll get robbed by the little kitties. But that's okay. I don't mind adding those throughout the day. In the back, we got some down here. We got some peanut butter. We got some pull-ups. Only one can of dog food left. Someone was mentioning that it was important, and I completely agree. Look, we got some pasta sauce. I completely agree that it is important that poor people have access to pet food, because a lot of poor people surrender their animals because they can no longer afford to feed them. And here's a tip. If you ever find yourself in that situation, just call up your local shelter, because they would rather give you the food than for you to surrender your animal to them, because it's more work for them, and sometimes it doesn't always really work out well for those animals, So, oftentimes you can get free food from your local animal or pet shelter, just in case you all didn't know that. We are on bump today. I don't know how many times I'll have to restock. But these are your donations in work. Got some tampons over here. We got some bookmarks behind the cutlery. We also got some pencils back there. Things like this, you can only put out like a couple at a time too, because at the end of the day, people are people, and sometimes you got some people who are great about thinking about others, and you have some people that are not. But for the most part, I do want to make it very, very clear to you all who donate, because we cannot survive without your donations. And so I want to make it very clear to you all that most of the people, I'll say 90% of the people, maybe even a higher percentage than that, are completely respectful. They are completely respectful of this. They keep it so neat, and they are so, kind, and a lot of people even want to help. But we only take donations in the form of new and or gently used books. At one time, I was letting them put food in there, but then I was like, that's just too much manpower. Because I really need to know where it's sourced. That's why I prefer that you all send it, and send it directly from Amazon, because we know who to hold accountable. We know exactly where the food is coming from. I don't have to check expiration dates. I don't have to do quality control, because I don't want to micromanage it. Believe it or not, I have a very, very busy life. I have to go inside the house, and I have to clean the master bath. So I'm busy. I'm inside of that house, and I'm doing life stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I have to start new seeds because the old ones were destroyed in the hurricane. So I've got a lot to do. And what I don't want to do is to be out here, constantly telling, people to be mindful, respectful. And like I said, most people really are. And most people, they respect the rules. And so unfortunately, that is now a new rule. No food, just books, gently gently used or brand new. I can't tell you that this is a wonderful resource that so many people in the community have come to value and appreciate. And like I said, they respect it. Oh, let me show you the hinge that the neighbor put on. That was the hinge that he put on. He picked this up. He fixed it as best that he could. He threw away everything that was bad. He saved what could be saved. He hammered it back into place because it was broken in half pretty much. He did his little best. Of course, a lot of the paint and whatnot came off because, it was thrown around in a hurricane. But I'm not going to throw this away, just so you know. I especially want Jen to know that, because I believe Jen bought this first curbside pantry. Once I put it together, I loved it so much. I said I'm going to save up for one for my gardening stuff. So I'm just going to repaint this black, take everything off of it, repaint it black on the outside, and I'm going to use it for my gardening stuff, because why not? It closes, and it'll hold my garden stuff. It's good enough for that. The second one that's in there that I'm probably not gonna get to until Wednesday, one of our contributors, Nicole W., she bought that one for us. And, we'll get that one up soon enough and get it going. But until then, this one is still doing its job. And I think that other one will be able to withstand a hurricane a lot better than this one did. You can't see it, but it had a lot of damage. He did his best. He did a good job. He did. But it was tore up from the flow up. But it is still servicing the community. I encourage you, after watching this video, to create something like this in your community if you see a need. It's going to be up to us, the American people, to fill in the gaps where we can and to be of service of our community, especially in communities of color. We've got to do it. We cannot wait around for things like reparations. We have to be our own answer. We have to love one another, and we have to build up our own communities, and we have to stop waiting around for someone to save us, because, baby, help is not coming. It's not coming. We got to help ourselves. And that's the point of things like this. And as it gets colder, I'll put things like gloves and, small blankets on the list, for our homeless people population, because we're seeing so many homeless people now. And yeah. So I encourage you, I will put the wish list down there in the comments. If you're seeing this on TikTok, the wish list is in the bio. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'll put it down in the comments. And there are lots of inexpensive things on that list. If you just feel motivated to just send a can of soup or whatever, you can afford, whatever you can do. The library, Curbside Library, will appreciate it, and it will go to help support those in the community that need it the most. Thank you so much, and y'all have a great day. Thank you for all the wonderful support and donations.